I would say with life mastery coaching, this is kind of the core of the work that I do, and that's really the deconstruction. What I say is, my job is to get you to run faster. And the way that I get you to run faster is not teaching you how to run. I don't even teach you about form. The first thing I do is cut the parachute that's on your back. The parachute are your thoughts, your self-doubts, your core beliefs, these sabotaging experiences that you've had, right? If I get you to cut the parachute, by default, you will run faster. Then once you run faster, we then have you clarify what it is that you care about in the world, your vision, your mission, your values. And I don't say it in cliche ways. My research was really about finding out what intrinsic and extrinsic motivators push people to make lasting change in their lives. What I hated as a trainer was that people would get results, leave, lose results, because the paradigm shift hadn't happened. All they had was an external motivator forcing them to do something. What my work is, how do I get you to internally realize that my vision is the most important thing? When I say my vision, I envision a world where boundless imagination, and inspiration is applied to. It's so funny. I literally. This is great. Oh my gosh, I love it. I say it all the time. I envision a world where boundless imagination and creativity is applied to life itself, where the very art of living is mastered and evolved as each individual is empowered to express their unique greatness in the world. So that is something that I repeat all the time. And I say it all the time because I need to keep it in my mind.
It's your mantra.
It's my mantra.
Yeah.
That is my vision. That's what I'm trying to create. But when someone knows what they're trying to do, when they know how they're trying to do it, what it looks like, then it makes it easier for them to move through the world.
So as you're working with people to get them to that point, how much role does fear play in putting the brakes on the progress and just the self-sabotaging? How do you break out of that self-sabotaging mindset with people?
The first thing I do is, this is an old cliche one, but it's an acronym: fear equals false evidence appearing real. Everybody hears that. What I often say is that there's two types of realities with fear. There's the thing you fear, and I like to use props. So this is the thing I fear, right? This thing looks larger than it is. Well, it's almost like the shadow of fear. This is a perfect example. This shadow is longer than the reality. What happens is the shadow are all the potential realities of what could go wrong. If I start this business, all these things could happen. The truth is, all of them can't all happen at one time. But what we do is we create this massive wall of all the potential realities of the fear of what could happen, rather than just go through it and experience what it is. The truth is, if you face fear, you're more empowered to grow from it. People think that the avoidance of risk, the avoidance of fear is what empowers them to survive. But the truth is, by avoiding fear, they're killing themselves. And so really what I often do is I let people look at their fear, I let them dissect it. And I say, if you can't look at it, then just kind of talk about it. Once you're able to look at it and touch it. Once you're able to look at it, touch it, pick it up, and realize that it wasn't as heavy as you thought it was, and that you're way bigger than it was. But it takes a lot of internal work. It takes a lot of cognitive thoughts. You have to be able to see, is my interpretation accurate to the reality of what's happening? The fear itself is smaller than the fear of the fear, right? My fear of the fear is the problem. And if I can reduce that so you can look at it for what it is, then you're free to be able to face it.